Well, hello there. We're going to try something new, and we're going to run Ubuntu. So we're going to call this one Podman Ubuntu. And I'm going to select my normal key pair. And I'm going to keep my launch wizard group that I've used and launch this instance. And I'm going to create a new one, another new one. I'm going to call this Docker Ubuntu, because we're going to do containers, and it's just fun to try something different. So, cool. So let me come here, and in fact, let me get a second one. Good. Okay, so when we launch an Ubuntu instance, in fact, let me come here, and I'm just going to run the CLI to see the information. So I called this one Podman. I'm going to grab this one. Ubuntu instances, the default username is Ubuntu at there. So this is the one I called Podman. Sweet. And let's log into the other one I called Docker. And that's logged into Podman. Oh, shoot. SSH Ubuntu at, and this one's Docker. I have to remember Podman. In fact, can I switch this? Hopefully, yep. Okay. Now, unfortunately, with Ubuntu, unlike the AWS Linux, it doesn't update at when you first launch it. So I'm going to do that. So sudo apt update. In fact, I'm going to do apt-y update and sudo apt upgrade. If I copy this line, so that's going to go out and get the updates and install them. Okay, and I'm going to do that on this one as well. And then it's going to take a little bit. So we're going to play with containers today. Podman and Docker, they're both container systems, and they're very similar. So may want to look and see what the difference is. I thought I said to ignore the Y, but maybe I didn't. I didn't do it right. Okay, but see all the updates that it has to install. I don't like that when you first launch it, it doesn't update. So just make sure you're updating your systems regularly so that you don't have vulnerabilities that hackers can easily exploit. These are almost done. So we're going to start easy with Hello World. We are going to have to log into docker.io. In fact, I should be logged in. Nope, sign in. I am. So cool. And I guess it's docker.com worked. It just redirected to docker.com. Okay, cool. So this one we're going to do Podman. This one we're going to do Dockers. But first, that's sudo reboot. And let's see if this does it right. And sudo reboot. I think they're grabbing. Oh, yep, they're grabbing different ones. Okay, let's see if this one's back up. And yes, and let's see if this one's back up. And not yet. Probably now. Cool. So we've got two Ubuntu systems, and they are patched. Let's clear, so we're up at the top. And let's start with Podman. Okay. First thing I want to do is install Podman, sudo apt-y install Podman. Another thing to install, happy day. And then let's show you that it's installed. I should have showed you that it wasn't installed, but Podman --version. Okay. And let's do Podman login docker.io. And I will have to clear that out, and let me get my okay, username and password. That's the same username and password I use for this site. Okay, cool. And so now let's do a Podman search docker.io, and let's do hello world, the easiest one. And you see there's a lot here. There's a minimize, dockerize, right one here. So we're going to Podman pull docker.io hello world. And it pulled it, and now we should be able to do a Podman run hello world. And there it is, hello from Docker. Sweet, that was pretty easy. So let's type in history. So I have this. So that was all we did to get Podman working. Let's see what we have to do Docker working. By the way, this is basically running some code in its own little container. You can run all sorts of cool things here, like the web server, an app server, even a database server you could if you wanted to run in a container. Okay, let's come over here and we'll do Docker. So for Docker, let's do sudo apt install docker.io. Oh, I should have ran the version first to show it's not installed. That's fine. It's okay. Almost done. There we go. And now let's do docker --version. There's the version that's running. So we can do docker -run hello, wait, not dash, docker space run hello -world. And it's going to say permission denied. I don't like this. So if we run it as root, which you shouldn't have to do, it'll run it. So it'll go, it'll get the image, and it runs it right there. Hello from Docker. So you shouldn't have to do it as sudo. That's one of the problems with how Docker's running here, because that allows hackers to gain access. You shouldn't run it as root if you don't have to run it as root. So that's an issue here. I'm pretty sure there's ways you can configure it so it won't have to run that way. We're not going to cover that in this video. But that's cool. We set up Podman and ran a Docker container with Podman called Hello World and got it to work. We did the same thing using Docker. We installed Docker, got Hello World to run in Docker. I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll see you in the next video. By the way, I'll have the history down below. Have a good one.